no more. Dan Ramos comedy. No, stop it. No more, please. Stop it. No, guys, come on, don't. Let's just. That's enough. I can't. Please, no more. No more. No, seriously, just stop it. Fuck. Hey, what's up, everyone? Dan Ramos here. Dan Ramos Comedy. Thank you again for tuning in to Ramos Stories Episode 2, the video version. I decided to do something different this time. Focus a little bit more on my talents. Everything that you see here, everything that you hear is made from Dan Ramos Comedy, edited, shot. I will show you how You just need a wall. What has happened since the first episode? Nothing really. When I was 7, one day my mom bought us a Casio keyboard. I just pretended I knew how to play, you know. I'd be just like hitting it, like, you know. The sharp keys, the black keys would like pop out, you know, and don't have to buy a new one, you know, we can't buy these keys separately. That's my mom, you know. Then she saw how much I wanted to learn the piano, so she got me lessons. I played the piano. Brother Don, he played the violin. And Ernie, he played all these wind instruments like the trumpet, trombone. And I remember taking a bus, all three of us, and we were living in Montreal. Bus ride, metro ride, and another bus ride. All the way from like Côte-des-Neiges to La Salle. And it would be like this, at this music house. I forgot the name of it. But it was just this entire house that was for music. After that hour-long commute, Dan, Don, and Ernie would enter this house, and we would all go to our separate quarters. Okay, I went to my piano room, Don went to his violin, and Ernie went to the upstairs with the trombone or whatever. And they would just hear me make mistakes, you know. Dan, that's not. And you hear Don and Ernie giggling, you know. The doors would always be cracked open just a little. I think we did a couple of months there, and then it was like so far. So we had private lessons. Don had these private lessons with this old Filipino guy. We call him Lolo Urbano. And this cool old Lolo, he's like a grandfather, you know, grandfather Filipino type with a fedora. He would come in every Sunday with his violin and sometimes with his like portable records and a portable record and his little records. And he would just teach Don how to play the violin. And I remember like Lolo Urbano having like this really old looking violin, right? So old and dusty, you know. I don't know if you're a fan of violins, but there's, you know, all the dust that's accumulating underneath the the strings. He just left it there, like dandruff. And the violin that he had was called a Stradivarius. Very expensive violin. And last time I ever heard Don play a violin was at his funeral. When Urbano passed away, Don played the violin at the church, and as for me, I had a private teacher named Zena. And she, I'll go over to her house, and she would have these, she would have 2 Doberman pinchers, right? Staring at me as I'm playing my piano, and every time I would get a note wrong, the dogs would bark, and I'm like, what the fuck? I played with the McGill Conservatory. I would have these tests, you know. And recitals. I would always eat Cheetos before playing the piano, you know. I'm listening to some kid play the piano, right, you know. And I'm there just eating Cheetos in the back, like. All the other Korean kids, you know, had on gloves, right? Before they went on to play, they want to make sure that their hands are. I'm eating Cheetos. My mom's like, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." She's like, "Okay, just have fun." I'm like, "Okay, Mom." Mom goes back to her seat and starts filming me, you know. And I come by. I'm a little Dan Ramos, you know. I bow. A crowd of like 100 people sit down on the piano. I just start playing, you know. And another 7 minutes of just like, you know, pure, like, every single key has been touched, right? You know, all that, and then, you know, stand up, I bow, thank you. I go back, sit down, my mom. Done, that was good. Yeah, thanks, Mom. Back to my Cheetos. The next person after me, I hated him. Was a Korean kid. I didn't know his name, but he was Korean. He walks up proudly, you know, in his suit. Sits down, takes off his gloves. You could hear it. His hands. Powdery white like the ivory of the Yamaha keys. We're all ready, and I'm just there looking at him, you know. And then he starts to play. And he looks at his hands, his fingers. It's just Cheeto dust. My mom is holding the camera. She's like, "Dad, your fingers, did you wash?" I'm like, no. So now this dude's like slipping and sliding when he's playing. He's like fucking Jerry Lewis and shit. And I'm there, I'm like, Advantage Dan. And we're back to Ramos Stories. Dan Ramos here. Are you guys having fun? I am not expecting an answer. Okay. You know how much I love comedy memorabilia. All right, look what I'm wearing right now. Okay. Right now we're going to talk about this. I found this t-shirt at the Silver Lake Flea. So I found this Def Comedy Jam shirt at the Silver Lake Flea about a year ago. He wanted $80 for this. I said no way. Bargained it down to $40. And I don't know, almost like 9 months later, I'm at the Comedy Store and I'm wearing this t-shirt, right? Just wearing it. I'm in the OR and I see Guam. You guys don't know Guam, long hair, big, whatever. I'll put a picture of him. And I'm like, oh, everyone started piling in into the original room. I'm like, yo, Guam, what's happening? I was like, oh, Martin Lawrence. I'm like, what? He's here? He's like, oh, he's doing a pop-in. I'm like, oh, cool. So I'm sitting there now. Everyone's in. People from, the back. Other comedians are, just piling in to see Martin Lawrence do his thing. Martin Lawrence goes up. Hey, what's up? Hey. Does his thing. And the whole time I'm like, I'm watching him for the first time live. This is freaking amazing. I can't believe this is happening. And then I unzip my jacket and I realize that I'm wearing the Def Jam Comedy t-shirt and I'm panicking. I'm like, I need for him to sign this shit. So I'm in the back like figuring out, okay, when's a good time? He says his last joke. I pop out of my seat. I run outside and I see his crew already about to leave and they're filming. I see this tall producer guy, just kind of looking at everyone. I tap him. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm wearing this right now. Martin needs to sign this. And I give him a pen. And he goes, all right. We see Martin leave the exit. He goes into the parking lot. He's about to go to his car. Producer stops him. He points at me. He points at the shirt. Martin nods. He comes in. He's wearing like sunglasses. And he was like, hey. And I'm like, hey. I didn't have a marker. Okay? No marker. It was a pen. So as he's signing this, the whole time I'm like, I love Blue Streak. He's like, yeah, it's funny. And he's still writing, and I'm like, oh. The whole time they're recording it, and I'm like, this is intense. I say thank you. He leaves. I look at the producer. I'm like, he looks at me and he's like, shut up. So Martin Lawrence, thank you for signing this. Bad Boys 4, go check it out. And guess who's in it? Not me, but Martin Lawrence. All right. Crazy. Wild.
Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. My name's Dan, and no, I'm not saying I don't even know what that means. If it's somebody
Guys, thanks for tuning in again for another weird episode of Ramos Stories. There's a lot of stories that happen. It was a weird audio music break for everyone. Ramos Stories Episode 2. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Let's go. Because right now it's I need more Alicia keys. I need more Alicia keys. Give me Alicia keys. Spare me a key, please. If you're still listening,